The High Road is dedicated to the men and women of the United States Armed Forces, past, present, and future. Meet Keith Warren. As a 30-year veteran of the outdoor industry and devoted conservationist, the original Texas angler and outdoor television icon has hunted across America and around the world, showing you big game, educating outdoorsmen, and uniting all hunters. That's Keith Warren, and this is the High Road.
Today's program, we're smack dab in the middle of nowhere. We're in Colorado. It's really kind of cruddy weather. I want to show you what's going on right now. These are a couple of guides, work for Wesley Atkinson, and we're going to be doing an antelope hunt today. We drove in about, I guess we came about 20 miles south of Hugo this morning, and it is a nasty, drizzly day. These guys just wound up, one of their customers just shot this. I'm talking about just right at daylight. There are more antelope here than you can shake a stick at. This is rifle season. It's opening day of rifle season for antelope right here in Colorado. And like I said, in the middle of nowhere, this is a lot of ag country. There's not any sagebrush, but there's a lot of stinking antelope like this. It's been a long time since I antelope hunted with a rifle, like about 10 years. But today, it's going to be a rifle hunt for antelope, and I can promise you one thing. You're going to like my rifle. All right, this bad boy is made by Savage. It is a model 111 338 Lapua Magnum. And I've got it topped off with a 6x24 variable power BSA Majestic scope. You'll notice it does have the AccuTrigger on it. It has a detachable magazine on it. It has a gigundous muzzle brake on it. And let me tell you something. This bad boy, when you shoot something with it, you won't believe what happens. This right here is a 250 grain cartridge. I'm going to show you what this bad boy looks like. Is that not sweet or what? Look at that. That is one big load right there. 250 grains of medicine is traveling over 3,000 feet per second. One of the things I like about hunting antelope is that, well, you can't hunt antelope in all the states like you can whitetail, so antelope are really kind of special. And a cool thing about antelope hunting, you can take the game to them, and that's exactly what we're going to do today. This is the West. It's eastern Colorado, but to me, this is the West, the Wild West. This is where buffalo roamed and the Indians were out here, and I mean, the railroad came through and it changed everything, and you can still see the railroad coming through today. And that's the thing that really brings me here, that draws me here. Yeah, it's the antelope, but it's the West. That's what really brings me here.
The High Road with Keith Warren is brought to you in part by GAMO Precision Air Rifles, Glock, Oil-Filled Camo, Supercharged Scent Killer by Wildlife Research Center, Beyond 99%, and Heartcraft Hunting Products. Watch The High Road in HD at keithwarren.net.
We're here in Colorado and the antelope are in full rut mode. It's a really fun time to hunt because you get to see antelope in that time when all they want to do is protect what they have and get ready to propagate the species. You know, one of the things we count on out here is how good our optics are. You spend a lot of time in the truck trying to find antelope, make sure they're good enough. So the only thing that makes that happen is quality optics.
I say a lot of times the only thing that works all the time is gravity. And during the antelope rut, a lot of times the decoy will drive them absolutely crazy. Other times it doesn't work at all. But one thing for sure, an antelope's vision is so good, they're gonna see it. And if they want to come to it, they're gonna come to it. It'll get their attention, and just because you have an antelope's attention, it doesn't mean that he's gonna stay there long, because he may be with a bunch of girls and he's got his mind on something else. He doesn't want to fight. He wants to no, sorry.
We got an antelope that's bedded down over here with some does, and we got perfect terrain. You can see all these hills and stuff. We're gonna go up there and see if we can put a decoy out and see if we can sneak in and get him to come over and say hi.
You know, all animals really have the three senses of sight, smell, and sound. And you need to be able to fool those senses in order to get close enough to take animals. The one thing on an antelope that outweighs everything else is their vision. An antelope can see 300 degrees without turning their heads. Their eyes are set to the outside of their head. They have a very, very wide field of view. So it's very hard to not get caught when you're trying to sneak on an antelope.
Oh, darn it. I should have had that one.
So the one thing you really have to do is make sure that the whole time you're trying to keep yourself out of their line of sight. When you come out to hunt here in Colorado, we are hunting wide open, flat areas. It would not be unreasonable to think that a hunter would need to make a 300-yard shot. I don't know that I would ask anyone to shoot over 300. We have plenty of hunters that come out that can do that. But if you can really get your gun sighted in and be proficient at 200, then you should be fairly good at 300. And that's not an outrageous distance to shoot out here.
That's what I'm talking about, boys.
That's better.
Heck yeah, that's what I'm talking about. All right, welcome to Colorado, boys and girls. All right, there was pretty cool. We did the classic sneak.
The classic sneaker.
The classic sneak. We've got good broken country here, and there's nothing taller than about that tall right there. And so we used the hills to our advantage. Thank goodness he stopped, huh?
Yeah, he did. Took him a little while to get turned broadside, but you know, it's one of those things. You just kind of wait for your opportunity, and the doe kept saving his life by standing behind him, but eventually she lost the battle.
Oh my gosh! Looky here! I've never seen an antelope with horns that coloration before. Why is that, you think?
I think he's just muddy, dirty.
Wow.
It's like, or been rubbing them on something. It's crazy.
Boy, that was a heck of a shot. All right, so if somebody wants more information about coming out here with the Atkinson Expeditions, give them a telephone number, website, whatever, so they can get a hold of Wes.
Real simple. Just the best way to get a hold of us is AtkinsonExpeditions.com. It's our website. It's got all the contact information. It's got all the pictures, videos. I mean, it's got a ton of information about us. So that's the best way to get a hold of us.
And we're hunting private ground here, folks. Private ground. So anyway, this is pretty cool. Well, I lost the 20 cost this morning and went second, so now I'm on deck. But good job.
Let's go get another one.
Yeah, let's go get another one. We'll get this bad boy taken care of, and we're going to get another one. That is pretty awesome. Welcome to Colorado.
The High Road with Keith Warren is brought to you in part by RECONYX Game Cameras. savage arms. Keith Warren's Texas Hidden Springs Ranch, the best value in Texas trophy deer hunting. GRIZZLY Cartridge Company. And Jarden Consumer Solutions, makers of the Game Saver.
Typically on hunting trips, I'm winding up staying at lodges, but in this case, I'm headquartering out of a hotel. Right now, I'm just trying to eliminate my scent, so when I get out in the field, they won't smell me. Boy, the conditions have sure changed since yesterday. It is nothing but fog, 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 and we wound up, Jerome wound up, he's got another hunter he's taking today. And so it's gonna be me and Jeremy, but obviously it's foggy, and how do we hunt antelope in the fog?
Just drive around for a while and hope one's by the road, I guess. I don't know.
This morning, it is gonna be muddy and foggy, and it's still, so we're gonna have to wait for the fog to kind of lift for us to be able to see something far enough to give that lapua and a good workout. So that's, I don't know, we're gonna have to wait and see what this fog does. The fog's starting to lift. We've got a group of antelope right over here. The sun's a beautiful day. We're gonna see if we can get up there and get a decoy. Suck one of these bugs in. When you rifle hunt for antelope, at least when I rifle hunt for antelope, we cover a lot of country. We spend a lot of time in the pickup, driving around, and we're looking at tens of thousands of acres every day, and you've got to have good binoculars. I mean, what happens if you don't have good optics is at the end of the day, you have eye strain because your eyes are working so hard to compensate for poor glass in your optics. And so get a good pair of optics. I'm using the Majestic BSAs. They're 10x42s. You can use, they've got 3 powers. They've got 8, 10, and 12. And I picked 10 because it's just a good all-around power for me, and I don't have any eye strain at all. So I'm spending hours looking through optics, and you want to use good optics. All right, let me tell you about the equipment. If you just joined us, I want to introduce you to my new rifle. This is Savage 338 Lapua Model 111. I'll be using it for antelope. I've got it topped off with a BSA Majestic scope, 6x24 variable power. And you're gonna spend a lot of time out antelope hunting, wherever you antelope hunt, using good optics. These are BSA Majestic 10x42 binos. And trust me, anybody who's ever antelope hunted knows you need to have good optics. So if you're gonna do this, get some good optics. Now this Savage 338 Lapua Magnum is a, what can I say? It's the biggest gun I've got. And baby, it can shoot.
Yeah, there they are. Let's just ease, yeah, they're just right up here. Let's just ease up here.
How far out is he?
Oh, he was about 150 yards, but he's coming fast. I can just get ready and he'll be here. He'll show up about 60 yards, I bet.
I don't want to take that shot though, Jeremy.
There's nothing over that hill. There's nothing.
I know there's no cows here. There's no houses, no roads.
No, we just drove up on the road and looked, remember? There's nothing back there.
Okay. Can you see him yet?
Nope.
Okay, I got him. I got him. All right, I got him. Got him. Got him.
That was sweet.
What do you think about that?
That was nice.
That right
He kept
there.
running in, didn't he?
The deal about it is, that's the first animal I've shot with my Savage 338 Lapua. Sweet, really, really nice.
Look at that bad boy. Woo, baby. Yes, sir. And the Savage 338 Lapua barked.
Jeez, look at
Big time. Look at him. What a pretty antelope. What a beautiful animal. What a beautiful way to hunt them. I mean, this is gorgeous country out here. And the antelope are in the rut. You look at the tip of his horn, it's all broken off. And
look at all the scar line.
oh yeah, and I mean,
Good shot.
he's scarred up all over the place. How awesome. Yes, exactly where I was supposed to hit him. What do you think, the bullet just went through so fast?
I think so. Just big and fast, and he was close.
Yeah, he was close. I mean, I brought a big gun to be able to hopefully shoot a long ways. And my guide, who I call the coyote, because that's a good thing. I mean, we were talking about earlier, some guys call other guys coyotes because maybe they aren't good. Let me tell you something, this guy can see like nobody's business, but no, it was a heck of a deal. All right, somebody wants more information on Atkinson Expeditions, give them a website so they can get a hold of y'all.
www.atkinsonexpeditions.com.
All righty, we're gonna get this bad boy taken care of, and I'm gonna get on an airplane and go back to Texas now. Right here, we're only about an hour and 10 minutes away from Denver Airport.
The High Road with Keith Warren is brought to you in part by Striker Crossbows, Half Power Polaris, Burt Coyotes Luminoc and Lumineros, Shadow Hunter, your total comfort hunting blind, Elevators, your easy way up, Supercharged Scent Killer by Wildlife Research Center, beyond 99%, and BSA Optics. Half Power Polaris presents Viewer Feedback.
Here's a good one, especially for today's show. It comes to me from Kenneth Talbert. Kenneth is from Kansas. It says, "Hi Keith, I'm wondering why do people want to hunt with big caliber guns? I think it's crazy to use the big calibers when smaller ones will work just fine. Just wondering if you could explain that one to me." Kenneth, let me tell you something. The reason why I'm hunting with a big gun on this trip is because I can. The reason why people hunt with big guns is because I guess they can. You know, dead is dead, and you can kill something with a light pound bow or a heavy pound bow or a light caliber rifle or a heavy caliber rifle. You know, we live in a country where we can make choices, and on today's trip, I made the choice, number one, to hunt with a gun. Most of the time I hunt antelope with a bow now, but if I'm gonna hunt with a gun, I want a big one, and this big Savage is a big gun, so we make choices, and I think that one of the things I want to caution you about, if you shoot a big gun or a heavy pound bow, be careful that you don't shoot too heavy a pound bow or too big a recoil gun, because a lot of people wind up making worse shots shooting heavier stuff than the lighter stuff. And as with anything, whether you're shooting a big gun or a big bow, doesn't make any difference. It's shot placement. That's what counts. If you have any questions or comments about the program, you can shoot me an email right off of my website at keithwarren.net. And I'd also like to ask you to become a fan on Facebook. And if you've ever thought about purchasing a Polaris, give my friends over at Half Power Polaris a call, and you'll find out how come Half Power Polaris is one of the top Polaris dealers in the country. Antelope are just such cool animals. I mean, they're about 100 pounds, dripping wet. They're not real big. Their hair is real coarse. I say it's kind of like feathers. I mean, it's hollow. They look a whole lot bigger than what they are. Their butts are real white in color. A lot of times they're real camouflage. Sometimes they just stand out. It all depends on kind of what the sunlight is doing. On the side of the bucks, they have a black patch, and it's a lot of people think they stink. I don't think they stink. I like the smell, actually. And there's a lot of people don't even like the meat, and I think they're absolutely nuts, because antelope meat is really, really good. Okay, what kind of physical condition does a hunter need to be in to go on an antelope hunt? You can be handicapped. You can be in a wheelchair riding around in a pickup truck. Anybody can go on an antelope hunt, as long as you can get out of that truck and get on the ground and get away from the road. You're legal. Anybody can do it. It's not like having to walk up a mountain and be out of breath and everything else. So I encourage anybody, if you've ever been interested in coming out to the West and hunting big game, antelope is probably the most affordable big game hunt you can do out West. And Wes Atkinson, he's got some real affordable hunts too. Now Colorado is a draw state, like most Western states. If you're gonna hunt for deer, elk, antelope, a lot of different big game species, you're gonna have to apply for a tag. In Colorado, the application is due sometime around the 1st of April. If you're interested in hunting big game in Colorado, you can get a hold of Wes Atkinson. He owns Atkinson Expeditions. Log on to his website, you can find out all the different stuff he does. He does hunting as well as fishing, but he can handle any of your big game hunting needs. And the cool thing about dealing with him, call him up, tell him what you're interested in, and he will kind of tell you this unit, that unit. He hunts on nothing but private ground, so you have the place to yourself. It's private, and how cool is that? So I would recommend getting a hold of Wes. He's a good dude.